have rekindled the popular discussion of the refugee crisis. Protests have begun and the world has their eyes on Syria. With emotions high, people are calling once again to bring in more refugees, bring in more migrants, even more than the millions already accepted. But with the recent video from a protest outside the Syrian embassy in London, we were reminded what the consequences of that decision could be. 1,000 British Muslims gathered on Tuesday night in London, blocking off London Central Square, and began to chant Allahu Akbar and called for a global caliphate. Just watch this.
We need a Khalif who will clean up these streets and who will smack up armies and who will back beef. Backhand your missiles back to your land, that's the plan. Backhand your missiles back to your land, that's the plan. World domination at hand, we can expand and take out these fools.
This is unreal. The man quite clearly chants, we need a caliph who will clean up these streets. World domination at hand, we can expand and take out these fools. He is calling for an Islamic caliphate in Europe. Not the first time in history this has been attempted. And this isn't an empty threat either. Based on birth rates among Muslim population in Europe and immigration rates, Europe becoming Islamified in both culture and law could be a very real future. And it's certainly something that millions of Muslims want.
If they want to push us back or something like that, I don't know, maybe they can start to marry 4 wives and have a lot of children. Start with that, maybe they will have a chance, but I don't think so.
These insane videos are coming out of Europe every single day, and calls for a caliphate among influential Islamic figures are not rare. Listen to this top imam, Sheikh Mohammed Ayed, talk about how Europeans have lost their fertility.
كذلك أوروبا كل أقطارها كلهم تقطر قلوبهم حقدا على المسلمين يتمنون لنا الموت ولكنهم فقدوا إخصابهم ويبحثون عن إخصاب عندنا سنخصبهم وسوف ننزل وسوف ننجب منهم خذوا اللاجئين سنطلبهم منكم قريبا باسم دولة الخلافة القادمة.
He's not wrong. Europeans have lost their fertility, and Islamic migrants are coming from countries where the vast majority of people want state-enforced Sharia. It's not crazy to think they would want to join a coming caliphate. No one wants people to suffer in Syria, but no one wants to give up the sovereignty and culture of their homeland in a pathological act of altruism either. We know for a fact many of the people coming over Europe's borders are not refugees, but economic migrants. We know for a fact that sympathies for Islamic extremist doctrine are high among migrants. And we know for a fact that, with the growing birth rates and immigration among Muslims in Europe, the nations within it are changing. And calls for a caliphate are certainly not something